This isn't a playoff game. It just feels like one. The grudge match rages on atop the East. King James has been soaring to new heights.
James comes flying in.
Do Rose and the Bulls have what it takes to beat the Heat? A high-flying playoff prelude.
No Derrick Rose, but LeBron. We got LeBron. We got D. Wade returning home. Coming up in about 15 minutes.
To come out, this is who you're going to face in the conference finals.
Right.
So you need to, even without Rose, you can send a message.
Well, the Bulls went down to Miami, lost the game. They should have won without Luol Deng. Now, I know Derrick Rose is a little more important than Luol Deng, but you can do it. Look, like Magic said, throw everything at them. All these big guys, Ashik, Gibson, Boozer.
Yep.
Just go at these guys. Noah. Throw, you know what? Their best offense might be just chucking it up in the air and go get it and lay it in, get them in foul trouble.
Offensive
hey,
rebound.
hammer LeBron, hammer Dwayne Wade when they come to the lane.
Let me give you one name.
Give them a message.
Give you one name. Jimmy Butler.
You fell in love with him.
He's a rookie. This kid on draft night, when the Bulls chose him, here's what everybody in Chicago loved about him. He said, I know what I'm drafted for. At some point in my life, I've got to help this team stop Dwayne Wade and LeBron James. You want to hear that. That's not, that's not the other attitude we're talking about tonight of entitlement of how many people want me and where can I be traded. So Jimmy Butler was put in the lineup the other night, and he produced, and he could play defense, and they're going to have to throw him out there tonight on Wade and or James. He's a rookie. He's probably going to get embarrassed at some point. But if you're the Bulls, you're playing for June, not just for the middle of March.
And also, too, Chris, I'm looking to see what will Miami do and Chicago do by, 4 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow?
3 o'clock.
The trade deadline. That'll be interesting to see if they make a move.
Good evening, everyone. NBA Wednesday continues from the great city of Chicago, where it was just as warm as it was in Miami today. It was 80 degrees. Everybody was out. It felt like summer. And it feels like the late spring matchup we saw last year in the Eastern Finals and may see again. The Miami Heat taking on the Chicago Bulls here at the United Center. Mike Tirico, Hall of Famer Hubie Brown, Heather Cox with you here at the United Center.
Plus, he'll get to the foul line 10 to 15 times, putting fouls on your front line. C.J. Watson, this is his 9th start. Double-figure score, shoots the 3 at 43%. Excellent team leader. Big thing tonight, can they stop Miami in transition?
We're going to watch Miami go through their normal routine before entering the floor. The Heat lost to Orlando in overtime last night. What are you seeing from Miami here as we watch them move through this season?
They know this is a big game. They're still 1 game behind Chicago on the loss side. So they're going to come out with all their weapons. The big 3 are playing great basketball. LeBron James is having one of his best seasons throughout his career.
Miami at 31-10. They've won 12 of their last 15 games here on the season. LeBron James sharing a laugh over there with one of the guys who just got doused with the powder as LeBron gets set to go up against the Bulls. Second meeting between these teams. The Heat won Game 1 on ABC NBA Sunday in Miami, 97-93. Mario Chalmers, Dwayne Wade, LeBron. Of course, D. Wade comes back to his native Chicago. Chris Bosh and Joel Anthony for the Heat, who are 31-10. And for the 35-9 Bulls, who've won 10 of their last 11, C.J. Watson, as Hubie told you, along with Ronnie Brewer, Luol Deng, who returns after missing the last couple of games with a wrist injury that continues to bother him throughout the season, and Carlos Boozer and Joakim Noah. Eddie Efrush, Scott Wall, Sean Wright, sent by the league to officiate. Manny in the find. James attacks the basket. The bang in the bucket, a Boozer foul. And LeBron comes to the line for a 3-point play after the break.
Well, you can see early on why he's shooting 55% for the season. Once again, they catch him down inside. If you go for the steal and don't get it, he's so physical that he'll take anybody strong right to the rim.
That guy, Boozer's only 6'9", 266 he ran into. James bounced right off him. Brewer picks him up this time on the turn. James is short. Anthony keeps this trip alive, and here's James down the lane to flush it with the left hand. And LeBron is more coming out of their stance on help defense. They're well taught here in Chicago. All 23 for the big 2 of the big 3. And after one between the 2 best teams in the East. Heat lead by 4. Conference finals in 5 games last year. 16-point Chicago lead, 50-34. Good job in the timeout as James Jones hits Dwayne Wade inside. And Hubie Eric Spoelstra has to be really unhappy with the effort his guys have given in the first half.
They're getting out-hustled, Mike, but the 3...
He also, great bloodlines. His dad, part of a Final Four team in Arkansas. LeBron just looks so smooth at that size with that move.
Well, the one thing this team can't do is play harder than us, okay? They're already racking up the offensive rebounds right now. They're racking them up.
Frustrating first half for Eric Spoelstra. Despite 20 from LeBron James, Miami in a hole, 53-42 as we get set. Side comes to James.
Big thing now is just don't give up an easy shot, especially at 3.
Wade step back. Got it! Dwayne Wade, only 1 timeout left for the Bulls.
Right.
A 4-point game.
That was just a terrific play with Battier once Battier makes the pass.
Kane looking, whips it to Jones. Quick triple. Good!
It is.
2-point game. James Jones hit 2.
John here to help us break down Heat and Bulls rematch of last season's Eastern Conference Finals. John, won by Miami, but the Heat 4-3 since the break. Bulls had won 10 out of 11 coming into this game. So let's see how it went Wednesday night. Derrick Rose out of the lineup with a groin injury. Did you think that would change things?
I didn't think I'd be here because Derrick Rose was out of the lineup, but the Bulls came up big in his absence.
LeBron James, long outlet pass to Chris Bosh to Dwayne Wade. Ball doesn't touch the floor, and they get a bucket. Heat up 1. Minutes later, James, no good. But he gets it back and finishes with the dunk. Wade and James combined for all of Miami's 23 points in the first quarter. The Bulls would come back. Taj Gibson, they got a little bit from everybody in this game.
Wow, well, I thought I saw that last year when he did this over Dwayne Wade. Taj Gibson, a huge lift for the Bulls off the bench.
Less than 5 minutes left in the half. Joakim Noah working on Joel Anthony. And the Bulls seem to have a chip on their shoulder playing without Rose.
Absolutely. You got to take it to them inside. That's where they have the advantage.
Third quarter, Bulls trying to pull away. They did it outside, too. Luol Deng taking care of that. Ding. He had 11 points. Bulls up 12, and Rose focused even in street clothes.
Nice street clothes at that.
3:30 to go in the third. C.J. Watson leading the break. He started in place of Rose. Put Chicago up 17. And James trying to bring the Heat back. What a game for LeBron James in this.
Absolutely. 33 points through 3 quarters, knocking down threes, doing it all. 14 for 24 on the night.
But the Heat down 11 going into the fourth, and John Lucas would take over the fourth quarter. Hey, LeBron, remember that dunk?
Who? Wait, you jumped over me? We'll get some of this. LeBron was put on John Lucas III. Yes, they put LeBron on him, and John Lucas made him pay. What a night for John Lucas III.
24 points on 9 of 12 shooting. Dwayne Wade, not ready to go yet, cuts it to a 4-point game. But with the Bulls up 4, Jimmy Butler not able to hit. But Ronnie Brewer gets the rebound. Bulls made enough of their free throws down the stretch to seal it. They win it 106-102 to beat the Heat for the first time in 6 tries.
We let our guards down. I think to a certain fact that, you see D Rose is out, and, you can't – everybody's in the NBA for a reason. You can't just disrespect guys. So, they took advantage of that.
Another Bulls-Heat matchup, another close game. Only 4 points separate the two teams this time. Over their last 5 meetings, they've been separated by 16 points total.